Good evening. We are here for the Natrona County Board of County Commissioners regular meeting Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. Meeting's been called to order. May we have a roll call?
Commissioner Frill,
Present.
Commissioner Laird,
Present.
Commissioner Milne,
Present.
Commissioner North,
Here.
Chairman Nicolason.
Here at this time, I would entertain a motion to move into executive session pursuant to Wyoming Statute 164405A9.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Friel, seconded by Commissioner North. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're in executive session and we'll return at 5:30. Huh? You're gonna call the other line.
Yeah, I don't hang up on me. I'll just call the other line.
Okay.
It's not the new one. I didn't have a chance to print it.
Not anymore. Everybody keeps talking about what we went and looked at it, so that wasn't taken out. Okay.
No, but I love his music. I do too. You guys did good today. You did good today, asking questions and wanting more in your packets and all of that kind of stuff. I watched you on the internet. Huh? Yeah. Well, I called Peter, or he called me and I called him back. And I told him, I said, you know, the planning stage is the most important part of this. You guys just get to approve or disapprove when it's all done, the solar farm deal. And I said, you know, if they're gonna pitch, and it's gonna be, you know, half hour, 45 minutes for them to pitch. I'd like 15 minutes to let Rose do a PowerPoint for you, or actually for the planners. You guys can just watch the video afterwards, it'll be the same thing. But I think it's really important. Because that's when everybody puts in, you know, pieces of a puzzle. Oh, well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. They hadn't even read it. Your hair looks good.
Thank you. I must go out. I'm so.
You know, if she smokes pot, it won't be so bad. I'm serious. My sister has Parkinson's. And she got some of that CBD oil. And she didn't take for that. You cut it in half. What? Oh, okay. Well, good luck. I like it. We got a good day. I can't wait to get my teeth so I can it all these guys. And not feel like an old lady. Thanks, Tracy. For sending that to me. Hi, Heather. You're all quiet. You did a good job today. Saw some of your lawyering skills. Yeah, occasionally they come out, huh? Can't help it.
Jimmy, there?
Yep.
Okay. Michelle, I think, are we ready to go? I think I have 5:30 now. So are we back on? Great. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For the born and unborn.
At this time, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda, but ask for any modifications.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move that we modify Section 2 with bills paid to include the engraving design of the indigent columbarium for $975.
Very good. Is there a second? Second. It's been moved by Commissioner North, seconded by Commissioner Laird to add the $975 bill for the columbarium engraving. All in favor of that amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Sorry, Commissioner Milne. Any opposed? So that carries. We did have a couple modifications to the, or additions to the contracts, agreements, and resolutions portion of the consent agenda. We added the grant agreement between the Department of Health and Community Action Partnership for the CSBG grant application for the current fiscal year. And then we made a modification to item E just to provide a little clarity on I'm not seeing. Yeah, there it is. Publication of notice, petitions to alter. There it is. Yeah, item E, publication of notice, petition to alter. So that's, we're just publishing notice on that. With that, all in favor of approving the consent agenda items, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the consent agenda items are approved. Then our next item is the public hearing. I now declare the public hearing open for the application of a new restaurant license, Tavern LLC, doing business as Sidelines Sports Bar, Grill, and Venue. The hearing will be conducted in accordance with state statutes, rules of the commission, and other applicable laws. Individuals wishing to speak, please approach and state your name and address. Madam Clerk, may we have a report?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, an application for a restaurant license was submitted September 17, 2024 by Tavern LLC, doing business as Sidelines Sports Bar, Grill, and Venue located at 1650 English Drive. The required advertising has been done and the application is considered complete. And with that, I'll stand for any questions.
Thank you. Thank you. Are there any questions for the clerk? There being no questions, I would ask those individuals wishing to speak in favor of the restaurant liquor license to please approach. Good evening.
Good evening. We're just back trying to get a restaurant liquor license to keep going with our business.
Very good, and we'll get in trouble if we don't ask you to state your name for the record.
Anthony McMillan.
Jesse McMillan.
Very good. And I think we've had a chance to review your application. I don't know if you want to say anything about it. You might just give us and the public just a brief snapshot of why you want the restaurant liquor license.
We actually had the full retail, which we've transferred out. In the past year, we've been overseeing our numbers. We do 80% of food sales. Realize we don't need a full retail license, that our business is more about food than liquor. But the liquor side of it does help offset costs that we have.
Okay, are there any questions for the applicants? Commissioner North?
Just got a quick question for you. When you applied for your full liquor license, you told me that, you told this board that the reason why you wanted the full liquor license was so you could do the catering and other things outside of the business.
Yes, sir.
So obviously you will not be able to do that now.
No, and quite frankly, I don't have the time to do that. Most of our caters is all food now. That was a plan, we thought we could do 100,000 things. Time constraints keep us from doing that. I mean, I'm usually there at the restaurant 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Other questions? Commissioner Laird?
No, I don't have any.
And this is going to be at 1650 English Drive,
Yes, sir.
and you've been operating there for approximately how long?
Probably just over a year and a half. I believe June of 2023.
Okay,
Question now that I thought about it.
Commissioner Laird.
Did you have any run-ins with the sheriff or the police department?
We had one call during a concert that we did to remove a patron that was trying to fight everybody.
That
We
was it?
figured that was the safest way to handle it.
Yeah. That's it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
As a venue, what are the most common types of events you have or performers?
We really haven't venue. We do a lot of dart tournaments and a lot of poker tournaments, baby showers, birthday parties. We haven't really done a concert in 6 months,
Probably longer than that.
probably longer than 6 months.
Okay. I don't see any other questions. So thanks. I'm going to call for anyone else to speak in favor or against it, and then we'll close the hearing.
Alrighty. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Any others wishing to speak in favor of the issuance of the restaurant license to Tavern LLC, please approach. Final call for anyone wishing to speak in favor of the issuance of the restaurant license, please approach. Then I would ask for individuals wishing to speak in opposition to the issuance of the restaurant license, please approach. Anyone wishing to speak against the issuance, please approach. And last call for anyone wishing to speak against the issuance of the liquor license to Tavern LLC, please approach. There being no others to speak for or against the issuance of the restaurant liquor license, I now declare the public hearing closed. I'd entertain a motion, commissioners, on the application.
I move that we grant the application.
Commissioner Laird's made a motion to approve the issuance of the restaurant liquor license. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded by Commissioner Friel. Any discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Any opposed? Very good. The license has been issued, or will be issued as soon as we sign it. Thank you. At this time, we'll open it up for public comments. Please approach if you'd like to make public comment.
Good evening, Commissioners. Rosemary Saban, Natrona County resident. In regards to Resolution 68-24, Natrona County Senior Citizen Senior District, there was 3 recommendations made to either table and see what the reserve account balance was, a sunset date, or a cap on the reserve account, and none were applied. I would like that on public record. I have some questions. Why has this board lost its autonomy? Does one commissioner have more authority than any others elected by the people? Why do we need 5 positions if other commissioners aren't recognized for comments? Why hasn't the zoning resolution been reopened for revision with public input? Why are so many issues arising on Casper Mountain and around the county with, I don't know, responses to questions about various changes that occurred in the 2022 zoning adoption? And Mr. Nicolason, why didn't you vote on both the zone change September 17th for removal of the C in the mountain zoning and on October 9th for the legal easement of County Road 505 when historically you have? Was there any conflict of interest? And I'd really like to hear this board's opinions of Amendment A, pros, cons, or generic. Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to make public comment?
Just a couple of things. Judy Jones, 335 North 8 Mile. On this Amendment A, there's a commercial that comes on television, and I think it's misleading, don't you? Because it doesn't tell you a lot of things that are in about that. That if you got 2 properties, say a summer home and a winter home, your resident that you live in is the one that gets the break on the property tax. The second one doesn't. And that would be on the business aspect of it as too. So the business in your second home will be carrying a heavier property tax than the residence you're in. So that's why I'm saying I'm against this Amendment A. I think it needs a lot more work done to it because it's not really fair. What if like for instance, us, we have a second home. So my second home isn't worth near as much as my original home, but it can be taxed more. So it doesn't kind of make any sense. And then our business is in Evansville, and we've got 2 buildings there, so that makes 2 footprints, so we'll be taxed for both of those as well. It seems like we're going to be carrying a bigger share if you're a little better off. You know what I mean? And secondly, I do want to make sure that, thank you, Peter, for returning my call today, or calling me, and I don't need to do my presentation in front of you guys. I need to do it in front of planning and zoning because that's where this begins with that solar farm. I've got to be able to stop it in the baby stages, not when it's gotten past you guys. because otherwise I'm gonna end up in court. And I'm trying not to have to go. It just seems like everything in Wyoming you have to go to court for anymore. You can't just get something done at the local level anymore unless you go spend a pile of money and kick their butt in the courtroom. You know, that the last one was $250,000. I imagine these guys got endless money. You know, and I'm not as well off as I was back then where I didn't mind spending the money, but I don't want to put up another fight. You know, I want to be able to stop this in the budding stage and add some things that, you know, the planners scared me. They didn't read it. Me and Rose sat up till 2 o'clock in the morning reading, and we only got to page like 320 something. And a lot of stuff is not given in there. Like, they don't say that they've got somebody that's going to buy this electricity. They don't say what the water table is out there. It's 40 feet. So anything they spray on those panels is going to drip on the ground and go into the aquifer. They don't talk about where the water's coming from, because that size of a facility is going to need a lot of water. And is that going to drain our wells? I can't just run to town and get water. It's 28 miles, you know. But anyway, I don't want to take any more time. I'm just saying that I need to get in front of the planning and zoning. Rose is going to present it for me. We're putting it together now. She's very articulate, you know that. And I'm going to try to nip this in the bud before it gets too far. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any others wishing to make public comment?
Good evening, Commissioners. Pat Sweeney, 951 North Kimball. I just wanted to thank you on the Resolution 6824, formation of the Natrona County Senior Citizen Service District. There was a lot of behind-the-scenes work, and I appreciate Michelle and Heather, you know, trying to accommodate. This came from, so when I originally talked to Ken Guile with the Department of Revenue, he mentioned to me at one point, if you get this passed, there's going to be other things that we're going to have to do as far as the district. And so I called back down, I think it was last week or the week before, to the Department of Revenue. Ken turned me over to a Chris Escobar with that division in more technical knowledge. And he mentioned to me about this resolution that we would have to put together. And so then he sent a copy of Crook County as an example what would have to be done. From there, I brought that down to show to the county clerk. She was busy testing voting machines. So I talked to Michelle and the deputy clerk, and from there we gained more knowledge. And so I really appreciate your work. And we've also attached now maps that outline basically the county. And that also was a request from the state. Why they need that, I don't know. We're just abiding by the rules. So, but appreciate the county's work on this, and we're ready to help and assist wherever. So, thank you.
Very good, thank you. Any others wishing to make public comment? Last call for others wishing to make public comment. All right, well, we'll turn to commissioners' comments. Commissioner Laird.
I really miss all the people that used to come here. Glad what there's 4 of you here now. This was an easy night. I'm just going to let it go at that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner North.
know, we got less than a month before the election, and I know Tracy's office has been very busy with ballots and elections down there. And I just want to make sure that everybody gets out, be informed. Don't believe everything that you read that comes to you in the mail. Find out the information yourself and look for it. There's a lot of interesting things out there. Do your homework before you vote, please. Thanks.
Commissioner Friel.
No comments tonight?
Commissioner Milne.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Picking up on what Commissioner North said, voting is important. It's the most important thing you can do as a citizen. So we encourage everybody to vote in a lawful manner. But don't believe everything you see online either. Social media posts, social media trolls. You know, there's a lot of misinformation out there. People acting like they're informed when they're completely uninformed, and in a lot of cases intentionally un or under-informed. So please, you know, use judgment and investigate things, whether it's a matter on Casper Mountain or a matter of national politics and security. You know, try to do your homework on that. And pay attention to that. With respect to responding to comments made, it's my practice typically not to, but I think as it involves a procedural matter, I will tonight. You know, with regard to when the chair votes under Robert's rules, people are probably aware, should be aware, typically the chair doesn't vote. And I typically have chosen not to vote unless a tie-breaking vote is required. So there's a purpose stated for that in Robert's rules, and I encourage you to look at it if you're inclined. But certainly the other thing I'd mention, you know, there's been discussion of conflicts of interest, and I take that very seriously as an attorney, and I always have. I have seen up close and personal lots of situations where people have either actual conflicts or perceived conflicts of interest. I do not, have not, and take that very seriously. I haven't acted in a way, in a manner in which I have had a conflict, and will continue to do that. And I think ethically, this board has acted in a way so that we've avoided conflicts and recuse or abstain when appropriate. And I know we'll continue to do that as a board. So with that, the meeting's adjourned. Thank you.